Hi, welcome to yoga. We're going to get started in child's pose. So come down onto your knees. Your knees can be as wide as your mat, big toes touching behind. You can start to walk your upper body down. Palms face down over your head. You can bring your arms alongside your body. Rest your forehead down on the mat. And just start to notice your breath flowing in and out of your body. You don't have to do anything right now to change or deepen or lengthen your breath. Just notice the natural flow coming in and out of your nose, maybe in and out of your mouth, in and out of your body. And start to scan from the crown of your head, moving down slowly through each part of your body into the soles of your feet. Noticing areas of tension and tightness, areas that feel a little sticky, a little stagnant. And noticing areas that feel a little more open, a little more spacious, a little more like you have energy flowing through that part of your body. Just taking note of how your body feels right now in this moment today. And then slowly start to deepen your breath. Taking deep inhales in through your nose. Long exhales out through your nose. You can start to cultivate your ujjayi breath. It's the gentle constriction at the back of your throat. Kind of like, if you're unfamiliar, kind of like if you're trying to fog up a mirror with like a sort of a breath, but your mouth is closed. So you can try it a few times with your mouth open, like you're trying to fog up a mirror, so you can write a little note. And then once you've kind of gotten that feeling, close your mouth. And continue trying to fog up that mirror. And this breath helps to focus your mind, helps to lengthen and deepen your breath, helps to warm up your body. And you can hear this breath as you breathe in and out. Just mostly focus on the exhale with this ujjayi, with this gentle constriction. When you've gotten the exhale, you can focus on the inhale, constricting the throat as well. And this breath will give you something to focus on as you practice. You can hear it, you can feel the constriction. On your next inhale, stretch your fingertips away from your hips. Find some more length in your spine. And as you exhale, feel your hips soften down towards your heels. Another inhale, walk your fingertips a little further away from your hips. Get long. And exhale, soften your hips down onto your heels. Your next inhale, start to walk your hands up and over to the right, keeping your hips where they are, feeling a stretch from your left pinky to your left hip, all the way down the left side of your body. As you inhale, create space all along the left side of your body. And as you exhale, soften your hips towards your heels, relax your shoulders away from your ears. Let your feet soften, let your hands soften, your toes, your fingers. might open and close your jaw a few times, relax through your jaw, your neck. And on your next inhale, start to walk your hands back to center. Stretch long from your fingertips to your hips. Exhale, soften. On your next inhale, keep your hips where they are and walk your hands over to the left. Coming into the same shape, feeling a stretch from your right pinky to your right hip. Feeling an opening, a stretching down the right side of your body. As you inhale, create space on the right side of your body, your right ribs, your right armpit, the length of your right arm. And as you exhale, soften and relax into the shape. Notice how this side feels different from the other side. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Soften your jaw, the muscles and skin of your forehead, your temples, the space between your eyebrows. And continue breathing with that ujjayi breath. Inhaling deeply. Exhaling long. On your next inhale, walk your hands back to center, stretch long from your fingertips to your hips. As you exhale, soften into the shape, relax your forehead down. You can rock your forehead from side to side. Feel your shoulders slide down away from your ears, relaxing your hands, relaxing your feet. And as you inhale, press into your hands and your knees, come up to a tabletop shape. Your hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. And we'll take a few rounds of cat-cow. Inhale to drop your belly, lift your chest, lift your gaze, lift your tailbone, arch your spine. Exhale, belly button to spine, tuck your chin, tuck your tailbone, drop the crown of your head, push the floor away. Inhale to arch, chest lifts, tailbone lifts. Exhale to round, tucking your tailbone, tucking your chin towards your chest, belly button in. And continue like this, inhaling to arch, exhaling to round. You can keep your hands with your fingers facing forward, or you can turn your hands so that your fingers are facing towards your thighs. You can continue your cat and your cow, inhaling to arch and exhaling to round. You can start to make gentle circles over your wrists, moving first in one direction and then the other. Just finding some movement here that feels good. You can take some circles with your hips and your head, getting into the sides of your body as well as the front and the back. Again, first move in one direction a few times and then reverse, move in the opposite direction that same amount of times. And if you find any spots that feel sticky, super tight, stagnant, You can hold that shape. You can hold and breathe space and length into that tightness. You can start to allow that space to soften and open up, releasing any tension. And then come back to your neutral spine, hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. And extend your right leg long behind you. You can keep your toes down on the mat, or you can lift your heel up in line with your hip. You may want to stay just like this, or you can start to walk your left hand out, keeping your fingertips down, or lift your arm in line with your ear. Fingertips pointing straight out. So left arm extended, right leg extended. You can stay just like this. Continue to cultivate that ujjayi breath. Gentle constriction at the back of your throat. Or as you exhale, touch your elbow and your knee together. Push into your right hand, dome your upper back, belly button to spine. Inhale, extend. Exhale, elbow and knee touch, belly button in, feel your core engage. Inhale, extend. Exhale, elbow to knee. One more time, inhale, extend, stretch long from your heel to your fingertips. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale to extend, stretch. Exhale, lower your hand, lower your knee. Hold in your tabletop. Feel the strength in your arms, feel the strength in your legs, feel some heat in the middle of your body. And we'll come to the other side, extend your right leg out, your left leg, toes down, or you can lift your heel in line with your hip. You can stay just like this. Or start to walk your right fingertips out, leave them down on the mat, or lift your arm in line with your right ear. As you exhale, touch your elbow and your knee. Inhale to extend. Exhale, elbow to knee. Press the floor away, belly button to spine. Inhale, extend. Exhale, elbow to knee, belly button in. Inhale, stretch one last time. Continue pushing the floor away, shoulders away from your ears. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, extend, stretch long. Exhale, lower your hand, lower your knee. Maybe shake your hips from side to side. Maybe take a round of cat and a round of cow. Then again, extend your right leg out behind you, toes down, or lift your right heel in line with your right hip. Take a breath here, inhale and exhale. And on your next inhale, step your right foot up to your right thumb, low lunge. You can stay here with your fingertips down. As you inhale, chest and gaze lift. As you exhale, straighten your right leg, pull back to your half split. Inhale, low lunge, chest and gaze lifts. Exhale, half split. Inhale, low lunge, gaze up, chest up. You can keep your fingertips down here, find length. Exhale, half split. Inhale, low lunge. Last time, gaze up, chest up. Exhale, half split. Inhale back to your low lunge. Press into your hands to send your left or your right knee back to meet your left, tabletop. Close your eyes and notice the difference in the two sides of your body right now. Scan from the crown of your head to the soles of your feet. Notice how your body feels in this moment right now. Slowly stretch your left leg back behind you. Keep your toes down. Take an inhale here and an exhale. On your next inhale, step your left foot up to your left thumb, low lunge. As you inhale, chest and gaze lifts. And as you exhale, come back to your half split, straighten your left leg. Inhale, low lunge, chest and gaze lifts. Exhale, half split. Notice where you feel sensation in your body as you move between these two shapes. Inhale, low lunge, chest lifts, gaze up. Exhale, half split. Gazing down at the mat, flexing your left foot, flexing your left toes. Inhale, low lunge, gaze lifts, chest up. Exhale, half split. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, press into your hands, send your left knee back to meet your right. You can swivel your hips from side to side. Take a few rounds of cat-cow. You can push back to a child's pose, whatever feels good here. Notice your body, become aware of your breath. And from your tabletop, walk your hands about a handprint forward. Tuck your toes. Press into your hands and your feet to lift your hips into downward facing dog. In your downward facing dog, you can pedal out your feet, bending one knee and then the other. You can shake your head out, yes and no. You can lift one leg and then the other. You can shift your heels from left to right, whatever feels good here. Find your movement, find your stillness. And one by one, slowly walk your feet up to meet your hands hanging in a forward fold. Grab opposite elbows, sway from side to side. Shake your head yes, shake your head no. Release your grip and slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. Head comes up last. In mountain pose, your palms can face forward. You can bring your hands to touch at heart center. You can close your eyes, feel your shoulders relax away from your ears. Belly button slightly in, your tailbone is slightly tucked towards the mat. Feel the soles of your feet on the mat. So we'll take a few rounds of Sun Salutation A. So come to the top of your mat. Your feet can be about hip distance. As you inhale, sweep your arms out and up. Palms touch overhead. You can gaze up or keep your gaze straight ahead in front of you. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift, hands to your shins. Maybe your gaze is straight down at the floor. Maybe you take it about 4 feet in front of your mat. Exhale, forward fold, a slight bend in your knees. Inhale, step your right foot back, followed by your left plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. You can do full chaturanga from your plank. You can drop down to your knees, half chaturanga, elbows close to your body, forming a 90-degree angle. Inhale, upward facing dog. Find your back bend, shoulders away from your ears. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here. You can hold in stillness. You can pedal out your feet. Shake out your head. Remember your ujjayi breath, gentle constriction at the back of your throat. Slowly walk your feet up to meet your hands. Inhale, half lift, hands to shins, gaze out. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up, palms touch overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center or hands alongside your body, palms face forward. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up, palms touch. Exhale, fold forward. Knees slightly bent. Inhale, half lift, straighten your legs. Exhale, fold. Let the crown of your head relax down. Inhale, step your left foot back, followed by your right, plank pose. And exhale, chaturanga, either knees up or knees down. Inhale, chest lifts, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips lift. This time, try to hold in stillness. If you need to move, if your body's calling for a little movement, feel free to move in any way that feels good. But see if it serves you to hold in stillness. To keep your shoulders away from your ears, your hips high. Pressing into your fingertips and into that little L created by your index finger and thumb. Feeling your ujjayi breath. Slowly walk your feet up to meet your hands one by one. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Let the crown of your head relax towards the mat. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up, palms touch overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center or hands by your side. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up, palms touch. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step your right foot back, followed by your left, plank pose. Exhale to chaturanga, knees up or knees down. Inhale, upward facing dog, chest lifts, shoulders away from your ears. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips high. Gently draw your belly button towards your spine, protect your lower back, engage your core. Press into your fingertips, press into that L shape of your index and thumb. Let the crown of your head relax towards the mat. Shake your head out, yes and no. Open and close your jaw a few times. You start to walk your feet forward towards your hands, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Relax. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up, palms touch overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center, hands by your side. Close your eyes. Take a scan from the crown of your head to the soles of your feet. Notice how your body feels. Come back to those areas of tension, of tightness, of constriction. Notice how they feel right now. And if they still feel tight and tense and stagnant, that's okay. We'll keep moving, we'll keep breathing, trying to open up those spaces, trying to soften that tension. We'll take a few rounds of Sun Salutation B. So bring your feet together, toes touching, a little gap between your heels, about an inch. As you inhale, bend your knees, sit down into your chair. Arms can lift, your arms can, palms can touch at heart center. Draw your belly button in towards your spine and gently tuck your tailbone down towards the mat. Look down at your toes and see if you can see the tips of your toes over your knees. And if you can't, lean back into your heels. Maybe lift your toes up off of the mat. You can keep your toes up if that feels useful, or you can let your toes relax down, but keep your weight mostly in your heels. Take an inhale here. And as you exhale, straighten your legs and forward fold. You can keep a gentle bend in your knees if that feels good for your back, for the backs of your legs. Inhale, half lift, hands to shins. You can straighten your legs here. Exhale, forward fold. Slight bend to your knees. Inhale, step your right foot back, followed by your left, plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. Lower halfway, arms at a 90-degree angle, elbows close to your body. Inhale, upward facing dog, chest lifts. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right away, step your right foot up to your right thumb. Warrior one. Your left foot is at a 45-degree angle. Bring your feet a little bit wider, about hip distance. Kind of like you're standing on railroad tracks as opposed to on a tightrope. Lift your arms up, shoulders away from your ears, crown of your head reaching up towards the ceiling. Exhale, lower your hands, vinyasa, chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. You can always skip this vinyasa. You can go straight to downward facing dog. You can go back to a child's pose, whatever feels good. Step your left foot up to your left thumb. Warrior one on the other side, right foot at a 45-degree angle. Draw your left hip back, right hip forward to square your two hips to the front of your mat. Your feet will be about hip distance, like you're on railroad tracks, not a tightrope. Arms lift, shoulders away from your ears, gaze straight ahead, crown of your head lifting up towards the ceiling. Belly button to spine. Gently tuck your tailbone slightly down towards the mat. Exhale, hands down, vinyasa, chaturanga, upward facing dog, find your back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Slowly walk your feet up to meet your hands. Big toes touching, a little gap between your heels. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. You have a slight bend in your knees. Keep that bend as you inhale, sitting your seat down into your chair. Hands lift, maybe hands come to heart center. Check to make sure you can see your toes over your knees. If not, lean back, weight into your heels. See if you can keep this chair. Ujjayi breath, gentle constriction at the back of your throat. Belly button in. Squeeze your knees together. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold into your plank pose. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right foot, step up to your right thumb. Left foot 45 degrees, warrior one. Exhale, hands down, vinyasa. Plank into chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Inhale, step left foot up to left thumb. Right foot at a 45-degree angle, warrior one. Exhale, hands down, vinyasa. Maybe you take it straight back to downward facing dog. Maybe you take a child's pose. Come into your downward facing dog for at least a breath. And slowly walk your feet up to meet your hands. Forward fold. Big toes touching, a little gap between your heels. Knees slightly bent. Inhale, half lift. You can straighten your legs a bit more here. Exhale, forward fold. Keep that bend in your knees and sit into your seat, chair pose. Lift your arms, belly button in. Draw your knees together, belly button to spine. Tailbone tucks slightly down towards the mat. Shoulders away from your ears, crown of your head lifting towards the ceiling. As you exhale, press into your feet to come up to standing. You can bring your hands to heart center. You can bring your hands alongside your body, mountain pose. Close your eyes, feel your body. Notice the energy from the crown of your head all the way to the soles of your feet. Take an inhale here, stretch up tall, fingertips to the soles of your feet. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, hands to shins. Exhale, you can vinyasa or you can step your way straight back to downward facing dog. From your downward facing dog, bend your knees, sink down into your child's pose. Your knees can be together this time, or you can keep your knees wide. If your knees are wide, your torso will relax in between your thighs, forehead resting down. If your thighs are together, your torso can rest on top of your thighs. forehead reaching towards the mat. Gently press into your hands and knees, come up to tabletop. On an inhale, stretch your right arm up towards the ceiling. Try to keep your hips squared down towards your mat, rotating from your thoracic spine right in the middle and your shoulders, your chest. Exhale, thread your right arm underneath your left shoulder. Relax your right shoulder down on the mat, right side of your face, right temple. Your left fingertips can stay down in front of your face. You can walk your left hand up over your head, palm face down. You can take your left hand around behind your back, left hand reaching for your right thigh. You can stay like this in any of these variations, or start to straighten your left leg. You can keep your toes down, or start to lift your heel, your left heel straight up towards the ceiling, coming into a little balance. If you have the lift, slowly lower your left knee. Start to untwist your left arm, press into your left hand to lift your right arm back up towards the ceiling. Exhale, right hand down. Inhale, left hand lifts up towards the ceiling, spiraling from the middle of your spine. Hips stay square to the mat, chest open. Exhale, thread your left arm underneath your right shoulder. Come down to your left shoulder, left temple. Your right hand can stay in front of your face or walk your hand out overhead, palm facing down. You can lift your right hand up around behind your back, right hand reaching for your left thigh. You can stay just like this or start to straighten your right leg, keeping your toes down on the mat. Or as you inhale, start to lift your right heel up towards the ceiling, coming into the balance. Draw your belly button to your spine. Relax your jaw. Continue with your Ujjayi breath. And slowly lower your right leg, lower your right knee back to the mat. Start to untwist, press into your right hand. Lift your left hand up towards the ceiling. Exhale, left hand down. Keep your hips directly over your knees and start to walk your hands forward, lowering your chest down to the mat for puppy pose. You can lower your forehead down as well as your chest, or you can lower your chin down along with your chest. Whatever feels best on your shoulders, your chest, your neck. Space between your shoulder blades. You can walk your hands out as wide as your mat. See if maybe that feels good for your shoulders. Might feel better to have your hands directly over your shoulders. Notice where you feel a stretching sensation in your body. Could be across your chest, could be in your neck, your shoulders. It could be underneath your armpits. Wherever you're feeling that stretching sensation, direct your breath to that space. As you inhale, you create space and you open up. And as you exhale, you soften into that space and release tension. Allow your body to relax into this shape. On your next inhale, press into your hands, start to walk yourself back up to your tabletop. And come to sit on your knees if that feels comfortable. You can bring your knees, your thighs, your feet together and have a seat on your heels. You can also sit, you can sit however is comfortable. You can sit cross-legged on your seat. If you have a blanket or a block or a pillow, anything to put underneath your seat, that is awesome. But if you can, try to sit on your knees, your hips on your heels. And take your right thumb. You can keep your other 4 fingers pointing straight up. You can bring them into a little fist. Close off your right nostril. We're going to breathe in and out through the left nostril only. So you can close your eyes. Take deep, you can let go of your Ujjayi breath here if that feels good. Just take long, deep breaths in and out of your left nostril. Your right thumb is closing off your right nostril. Your left hand can rest in your lap, palm face up or down. Inhaling deeply. Exhaling deeply. See if you can get your exhales to be a little bit longer than your inhales. So you can count your inhales maybe to a count of 3 or 4. And then count your exhales maybe to a count of 5 or 6. And this is a very calming breath. It activates your parasympathetic nervous system, which is your rest and digest. Helps you to drop into that soft, easy place. So you can come to this breath anytime you feel stressed or overwhelmed, or if you can't get to sleep at night. We try a few rounds of this left nostril breath. Take one more breath just like this. You can release your right hand into your lap. Breathe evenly through both nostrils. Then come to lie on your back. You can draw your knees in towards your chest. You can grab your hands, you can grab your wrists, you could grab opposite elbows, You can rock side to side if that feels good, or forward and back. Get a little massage on your spine. Then lower both feet onto the mat. Cross your left ankle over your right knee. Coming into a recline pigeon pose. You can stay just like this. Use your left hand to gently press your left thigh away from your body. You can wrap your hands around the front of your right shin. Use your left elbow to gently guide your left thigh away from your body. You might rock side to side here. You could, if you're holding onto your right shin, you can inhale to straighten your elbows, let your right leg move away from your body. Exhale to bend your elbows and draw your right knee in towards your body, finding a little movement here. Keep your right or your left foot flexed. Soften your shoulders away from your ears. You can open and close your jaw a few times. Relax the muscles of your face. Soften the muscles of your neck, your chest. See where in your body you can soften and relax a little bit deeper. And slowly release your right foot onto the mat. Keep this figure four shape, this pigeon shape. Keep your left ankle on your right knee. Bump your hips slightly to the left and let your right knee fall onto the mat towards the right. The left sole of your left foot will come flat onto the mat. So you're in this twisted pigeon shape. You can take your right hand and gently guide your left thigh away from your body. Extend your left arm out to the side and gaze out over your left shoulder. You can stay just like this or continue that cross. You'll cross your left thigh over your right thigh. So you come into a twisted roots shape, almost eagling your legs, but there's only one cross, the cross of your thighs, not the cross of your ankles. If you want to cross your ankles, you can. As you inhale, create space from your left hip to your left shoulder, space between each of your left ribs. And as you exhale, let your body soften and relax into this twist. Maybe gently draw your belly button in towards your spine. Give your belly and your internal organs a nice, gentle massage. Slowly start to come out of your twist. Bringing your feet flat on the mat. You may need to readjust yourself back to the center of your mat. And keep your feet flat on the mat, knees pointing straight up. Notice how your body feels. Notice the difference in the two sides of your body. Notice the way your breath feels flowing in and out of your body. If you have any thoughts swirling around in your head, see if you can bring your awareness back onto your breath. Let those thoughts float by like clouds in a sky. You don't have to attach to any of the thoughts. Just let them float by and keep your focus on your breath. Your deep inhales creating space. Your long exhales releasing tension. And we'll come to the other side. Take your right ankle over your left knee. You can stay just like this. Use your right hand to press your right thigh away from your body. Or you can wrap your hands around your left thigh or your left shin. Use your right elbow to gently press your right thigh away. You can rock a little side to side here. You can inhale, straighten your arms. Your left leg goes away from your body. Exhale, bend your elbows. Left knee comes in towards your body. Finding a little movement here in your pigeon. Soften the muscles of your face. Find some space between your top and bottom teeth. Relax your jaw. Let your tongue fall away from the roof of your mouth. Relax your throat. Let your shoulders soften away from your ears. Notice how this side feels different from the other side. And let your body relax in this shape. Inhale to create space where you feel tightness and tension. And exhale, let your body relax and soften into that space. Slowly release your left foot down. Keep this pigeon shape with your right ankle on your left thigh. Bump your hips over to the right just a bit, and then let your legs fall over to the left. The right sole of your foot will plant onto the mat. And take your left hand, gently press your right thigh away from your body and extend your right arm out to the side. Gaze out over your right shoulder. Notice first how this shape feels, this pigeon twist. And if you took it on the other side, or maybe you want to see how the twisted roots or eagle-like shape feels on this side, continue to bring your right leg underneath your left, cross your right thigh on top of your left. And as you inhale, create space from your right hip to your right shoulder, space between each of your right ribs. As you exhale, relax into the twist, draw your belly button in slightly, massage your belly, your internal organs, good for your digestion. When you come into twists, the middle of your body where all of your organs are gets a nice squeeze. And then when you release the twist, your organs get flooded with fresh oxygenated blood. Twists are good for detoxification. As you inhale, create space. As you exhale, soften and release. And slowly start to untwist. Bring the soles of your feet flat onto the mat, knees pointing up. Position yourself back to the middle of your mat. Walk your heels in towards your hips just a bit. Keep your gaze straight up towards the ceiling. On an inhale, press into your feet, lift your hips up. Come into your bridge pose, and as you exhale, vertebrae by vertebrae, bring your hips back down. Do 3 more times like that, and then we'll hold. Inhale, hips lift. Exhale, hips lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, and this time we'll hold. If you have a block or a bolster or a stack of blankets, you can place them underneath your sacrum, the lowest part of your spine, just at the tippy top of your butt cheeks. You can start to walk your shoulder blades together, bringing your hands underneath your hips, clasping your hands together. So you're more on the tops of your shoulders, the back of your head, pressing into the soles of your feet. And in this bridge pose, try not to turn your head to the left or the right. Keep your gaze straight up towards the ceiling. There's a little bit of space between your chin and your chest. You can stay like this, both feet planted flat onto the mat. You can lift one leg, lift your right leg, sole of your left foot presses into the mat. You can lift, lower your right foot, lift your left. And slowly unclasp your hands, slide your shoulder blades out from underneath your body, or a little bit, and slowly lower your hips back down onto the mat. You can take Any final shapes that feel good here? You can take a happy baby, reaching between your legs for the outsides of your feet, sending the soles of your feet straight up towards the ceiling. You could take a gentle back bend here, come into your full wheel, maybe follow that with a couple of gentle twists. If you have an inversion practice, you can do some headstand, handstands, maybe take your forearm stand, shoulder stand if that's in your practice. And if you're ready for your final resting pose, come to lie down flat on your mat. Your arms and legs as wide as feels comfortable. You could bring one hand on your belly, one hand on your chest. If you have a blanket or a pillow or a bolster or some blocks, you can slide them underneath your knees. You can cover your body up with a blanket, place a heavier pillow or a thicker blanket on top of your belly, your pelvis, your thighs, a gentle weight, a gentle pressure for your body. You could place a thinly rolled blanket or a small pillow underneath your head or your neck. You can let go of your Ujjayi breath, breathing normally in and out through your nose. Long, deep breaths. And let yourself soften and relax here. Let every limb of your body become heavy. Your fingers and your toes, your feet and your hands, both your right and your left leg, both your right and your left arm, heavy, relaxed, grounded into the mat. Let your hips become heavy. Shoulders relax away from your ears. Your chest softens. As you inhale, your belly naturally rises. As you exhale, your belly naturally falls. Let your neck and your throat relax. Maybe swallow a few times. Lick your lips. Find some space between your top and bottom teeth and let your tongue relax away from the roof of your mouth. Soften through your jaw, your cheeks, your sinuses. Let your eyes get heavy in their sockets. Eyelids close. Your temples are relaxed. Skin of your forehead, space between your eyebrows. The back of your head is heavy on the mat. Soft, heavy, and relaxed here. And you're welcome to stay here and rest as long as you like. Or you can slowly start to deepen your breath, making small movements with your fingers and your toes. Gently circling out your wrists, your ankles, moving your head from side to side. Slowly waking up your body and coming back into your room. Point and flex your toes, reach your arms up overhead. Get a full body stretch from your fingers to your toes. And as you exhale, draw your knees in towards your chest. Rock a little from side to side. Eventually make your way onto your right side and rest here for a few deep breaths. Finding gratitude for yourself, for your practice. Finding gratitude for your body, for your mind, for your breath. When you're ready, press yourself up to a comfortable seat. Close your eyes. Bring your hands to touch at heart center. I'm so grateful to have you here practicing with me. I hope that you enjoyed this practice, and I hope to see you all soon on the mat. Namaste.